Ctv3 News. San Pablo resident passes after allegedly being beaten by his common-law wife. New Year's Eve shooting turns to a triple murder as Vivian Ramirez succumbs on Sunday night. Elmer Nah now faces another murder charge. Chinook fishermen charged for being in possession of undersized conch, and we'll tell you why parents of San Pablo are up in arms. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Monday, January 17th, 2023.
I am ready. You are getting the new and improved me. This is nice.
I think what really impressed him was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
Bring on the heat! Start up the gunfire! Wake up the dead!
It's about a relationship that hopefully many people can relate to.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
This is our best chance to find a habitable planet.
You're shooting the bullet. You're catching it.
Arrakis is a death trap.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. Do you like solving mysteries?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
That's the mystery, and solve it quick, because I'm in your house.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. A domestic violence incident has one woman behind bars and one man dead at the morgue. The San Pablo resident died yesterday while receiving treatment at the Northern Regional Hospital. Today, Elmer Cornejo visited the family of the deceased, Leonardo Sabido, and filed the following story.
This is the humble abode that once housed Leonardo Sabido and Myra Rodriguez. The couple met at a bar and lived a common-law relationship that lasted just over 1 year. So, what ended the relationship? 34-year-old Sabido, a resident of San Pablo Village in the Orijoac district, got into a vicious altercation with Rodriguez after coming home intoxicated on November 16 last year. He would be in and out of the hospital. 10 days after being admitted, Sabido passed away at the Northern Regional Hospital this morning after fighting for his life. His father, Vidal Sabido, told us what his son suffered at the hands of Rodriguez.
Acá estaba yo en casa porque ya no habían dejado a nadie no permitían a nadie cuidar ahí, ¿verdad? Y cuando yo llegué me pidieron que si yo voy a cuidar, yo no fui preparado. Yo vi al muchacho cómo estaba, ya estaba para partir, entonces me dijo la nurse que ellos lo van a vigilar cada rato porque él ya está partiendo. Yo me vine, me dijeron que él va a fallecer esa noche. Pues aguantó hasta amanecer. Ya eso como a las 8 o un poquito más me llamaron de que él ya recuperó. Y a mí me alegró bastante. Ya recuperó, abrió sus ojos y está conversando con la nurse que lo atiende. Y creo que le dieron bebida, no sé qué cosas le dieron, él lo recibió. Y estuvo un rato hablando, creo que como 2 horas, y después empezó a decaer. Me volvieron a llamar que por favor vaya porque el muchacho ya se puso más mal. Aquí estaba mi sobrino con su moto, me dice, tío, si quiere le llevo ahorita. Díaz. Le digo, pues vamos, buscaré mi baguito que siempre ando y voy a buscar su helmet y me dio y nos fuimos. Y cuando yo llegué, ya había fallecido, 10 con 14 minutos falleció. La nurse me dice, señor, el muchacho acaba de fallecer, ¿está bien? Le digo, ¿lo puedes pasar a ver si quieres? Y pasé, lo vi y todo, sí había fallecido. Entonces esperé el certificado de difunción, pero llegaron los policías, ellos llamaron a la policía como era un caso, ¿verdad? Que la ley tenía agarrado, entonces me dijeron que no me pueden dar el certificado de difunción hasta que sea llevado en Larryville y hecho autopsia. Ahí me van a dar certificado, entonces, para que yo pueda venir y enterrarlo. Antes del 5 de noviembre, que es su cumpleaños de él, él vino acá y me dijo, papá, ¿aceptas que venga con Mayra para festejar mi cumpleaños acá en tu casa? Por tenerlo a él que se sienta bien y pueda tener un buen día de cumpleaños feliz, contento, le dije, sí, hijo, te acepto, ven y vamos a hacer tu comidita. Yo ahí tengo un gallo que me queda. Yo pensé, hasta voy a hacer que hagan un escabeche para festejar con él su día, porque es un día especial para él. Pero no vinieron. No sé si la mujer no lo dejó o qué. Y hubo muchas veces que él me dijo estas cosas, se lo voy a decir. Papá me dice, yo muchas veces quiero venir contigo, yo te quiero traer algo, pero Mayra no me deja. ¿Qué vas a ir a buscar con tu padre? Tú no tienes nada a ir a buscar con tu padre. ¿Lo ve? Hay veces el chamaco No sé cuánto saca para él, me trae una cosita pequeña. Tal vez un mil, una leche, yo se lo acepto, es mi hijo. Estoy contento que me trae algo. Pero me dice, papá, yo te quiero traer más, pero Mayra está molesta conmigo. Que qué voy a venir a buscar contigo. Déjalo, hijo, le digo, no hagas problema, le digo.
Sabido's health drastically deteriorated and he passed away alone. His common-law wife has been picked up by the Orinduak police, who were awaiting the results of a post-mortem examination and directives from the DPP to determine if charges against Rodriguez will be upgraded.
Cuando yo salí ayer del hospital, ya estaba en la portada del security. El security habló conmigo y me dijo, señor Sabido, acaban de ir las policías a recoger a Mayra. Pues está bueno, le digo. Entonces yo me vine y eso como las 2 de la tarde, mis amigos que estaban acá haciendo la bóveda me dijeron que ya supieron que llevaron a Mayra. Le digo, está bien, ojalá que el policía hagan justicia. Entonces eso como las 7 de la noche me llamó una, no sé si es doméstica, que trabaja en el hospital, que se encariñó con mi hijo, la atendió muy bonito, me dijo, señor Sabido, estaba yo afuera cuando yo miré que los policías llevaban a Mayra presa. Ojalá la metan a la cárcel, me dijo. Pues la policía va a hacer su trabajo, le digo. Ajá, y solo hasta eso sé ahorita. Y lo que les dije, ¿verdad? Que ella está procurando vender su terreno para poder pagar fianza o no sé qué al abogado para que la saquen libre. Hasta donde está llegando ahorita que el abogado va a intervenir y posiblemente que si esta mujer lograra alcanzar ese dinero, ella va a pagar, ¿verdad? Para que el abogado la saque libre, porque eso es lo que ella está buscando. Entonces, ya más para mi alcance mío, ya no hay más que yo pueda hacer que a esta mujer se lo refundan a la cárcel. No tengo fuerza no tengo dinero para pagar o quizás a alguien que pueda ganarle a un abogado, ¿verdad? Que no pueda hacer nada y sentenciarla a ella lo que es su debido castigo. Ya no tengo yo ese alcance.
The Sabido patriarch says he had offered his son to come back home, but that never happened.
Con ella sí me hablaba, pero nunca me dijo que lo golpeaban seriamente. Solo me decía, tengo problemas con ella, papá. Un día vino acá morado, se le cicatrizó negro, le digo, ¿qué te pasó? ¿Te caíste? No, me dice, ella me golpeó. Y le digo, ¿por qué no la dejas? Y nunca me decía nada, mejor Gara se va. Pero sí me decía que la mujer lo maltrataba. Había muchas mañanas, como había tiempos que él no tenía trabajo, le digo, ¿no tienes chamba afuera? No, papá, pues te necesito, le digo, vamos a la milpa, yo tengo chapeo, yo tengo cañara para cortar, vamos, le digo, y yo te voy a ayudar también porque yo sé que tienes responsabilidad, te voy a pagar, como a cualquier trabajador que yo llevo en la milpa lo voy a pagar. Entonces él iba, y cuando venía tempranito a las 6:30 yo ya desayuné, y le digo, hijo, ¿vas a ir? Sí. ¿Traíste tu saquito para que traigas maíz? Le digo, sí, papá, me dice. ¿Ya bebiste? No, no he bebido. Ven, le digo, yo tengo comida. Tengo pan, tengo chocolate, tengo todo allá. Y yo le calentaba su agua, le hacía su bebida. Le digo, bebe, te voy a esperar y de ahí vamos a la milpa. Le daba bebida y nos íbamos a trabajar. Y eso fue muchas veces. Y yo creo que cuando él no tenía esos alimentos allá es porque tenía problemas. Ajá, él tenía problemas.
¿Nunca lo reportó a la policía?
No, yo no reporté nada, ni él reportó nada. Ajá. Él siempre se quedó quieto. Él siempre se quedó quieto.
¿Y Mayra visitaba a usted?
Muy pocas veces venían acá.
Mayra Rodriguez is tonight behind bars, pending court appearance scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday, January 8, 2022, in Orinduak. Elmer Cornejo, Ctv3 News.
Parents are tonight up in arms with the pedestrian ramp that is being erected in front of the San Pablo RC school in that village. We visited the village today to find out more and spoke to the village chairman, Josue Cruz, who was out with the parents in solidarity with the protest of wanting another pedestrian ramp.
Hoy recibí unas quejas de ciertos parientes que como se están quejando que hay un bump y lo llevaron casi más en la bajadita. Aquí había un bump y lo quitaron y realmente es necesario el bump. Como por ejemplo, si se da cuenta y puede captar. Miren los niños, mayormente esta área acá pasan. Y ha habido en 2 ocasiones que se han pasado de accidentar 2 niños por tráfico. Si usted se da cuenta, esta es una subida y una bajada. Y cuando están subiendo no se ve el bump hasta cuando ya está acá mero en el cerrito. Y realmente es necesario un bump acá. El bomb me dijeron que se iba a hacer en esta área, pero a la última hora lo llevaron hasta la bajada. Fui a hablar con el encargado con el manager de Cisco que tiene que ver de los bombs y todo eso. Dijo que el bomb se hizo allá por el motivo que no sé quién maestra o principal, creo que la principal le dijo que allá se tiene que hacer el bomb porque ya no está muy lejos del camino para que los niños entren a la escuela. Pero verdaderamente acá se necesita y se requiere un bomb y esa es la queja que hoy tienen los aldeanos y madres que tienen niños que vienen a la escuela de San Pablo. Yo pues solo les estoy acompañando para poder que llegue esta entrevista, si algún ministro o encargado de Cisco que puedan hacer el bombo otra vez, porque sí se requiere bastante acá en la entrada de San José. Esta es área de San José, entrada de San José, y por eso es que estoy acá juntamente con ellos. Los estoy acompañando y voy a estar con ellos hasta que acabe todo esto.
El mensaje que usted quiere mandar a los encargados es
que si por favor se pudiera poner un bomb, o sea, el mismo bomb que estaba acá, porque realmente se requiere y es demasiado peligroso para los niños que viven en esta área. Mayormente todos los niños de cierta área de San José vienen acá y ellos no vienen del camino de atrás, vienen acá enfrente y es muy peligroso y se requiere el bomb para que cuando ellos pasen el sidewalk el tráfico pueda parar y ver que hay un bomb a donde están pasando los niños.
Cruz says he is willing to go the extra mile and will do what is in his reach to get the situation ironed out at the earliest.
Tristemente, lamentablemente, se los había dicho acá en Belice, mayormente pues es no estoy diciendo mentira, todo es una política. Mayormente mandas una carta, no te hacen caso, todo es política. Y lo voy a hacer, lo voy a escribir y ojalá nos hagan caso.
Judith Flores lives directly in front of the school. She says that she can see an accident happening even when the school has hired a temporary warden to navigate the crossing of the students and control vehicular traffic.
Soy abuela de 2 niñas, yo quedo mero acá enfrente y por experiencia, como le dije a los parientes, aquí cruzan sus niños. Ya tuvimos ahora poquito 2 incidentes que se iban a chocar. Si no está esa muchacha allá, se chocan a los niños. Por eso le pedimos que el gobierno nos apoye, nos escuche, que hagan un pedestrian ramp acá donde la mayoría de los niños cruzan. Ustedes pueden ver hasta allá atrás la muchacha. Cuando esa muchacha se quite, los niños van a tener peligro. Allá no hay casas, no hay nada donde están. Allá solo cruzan 2 niños de San José, de San Pablo. Aquí cruzan todas las mamás que están acá, sus hijos. Por eso queremos el apoyo del gobierno, que nos haga caso, que por favor haga un pedestrian antes que suceda algo más grave, que ya estaba a punto de suceder. Solo por esa muchacha es que no pasó el accidente.
¿Han hablado con el principal de la escuela?
No, según escuchamos que es voz de ella, solo de ella. Pero, ¿qué pasó de los parientes de San José? ¿Qué pasó? Por eso queremos que el gobierno nos escuche otra vez. Y ahí están los parientes, miren, no estamos mintiendo. Y usted voltea su cámara, ahí está la muchacha donde cruzan los niños.
We tried reaching out to the San Jose RC school principal, but our messages were not answered. 3 fishermen from Chunush Village, Corozal district are out on bail after being charged for having undersized skunk. The trio, 24-year-old Isair Mendez and 22-year-old Arodi Mendez, who are brothers, along with 21-year-old Erdapat, were jointly charged in connection with 31 market clean, partially processed skunk, each of which did not exceed 3 ounces in weight. They all pleaded not guilty to the offense and were granted bail in the sum of $2,000 each, plus 1 surety of the same. They are due back in court on March 16th. Authorities made the bus on December 13th, 2022. The men were found on board the vessel El Maesteo, which was docked southeast of Long Key within the Lighthouse Reef Atoll. Coming up next, New Year's Eve shooting in Belmopan turns to triple murder. Stay tuned.
¡Es hoy! ¡Por fin es hoy!
A rodar.
¡Sí, señor!
¡Esto va a estar bueno!
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Am I missing a tooth?
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
The Ramnareis family has suffered another loss as Vivian Ramnareis, the wife of John Ramnareis, who was murdered on New Year's Eve 2022, has died. Reports are that she has gone to the Western Regional Hospital, WRH, feeling ill and died shortly before 8 p.m. on Sunday, January 15. She had initially been hospitalized following the shooting but was later released. It is unknown at this time if her passing is connected to those injuries. Police have since arrested and charged Police Corporal Elmer Na for the murder of the brothers John and David Ramnareis, as well as for shooting Vivian Ramnareis. Na is now expected to be charged for a triple murder.
We know that Mr. Na will be receiving an upgraded charge for murder, and I'm not certain when the charge will be levied, but because he is already on remand for murder, he could be read that charge as early as when he appears in front of the court for his remanded date.
Was she on the hospital's compound already when she collapsed?
Well, the details of the information wasn't sent to me, but they're saying that on her way to the hospital, meaning that whether or not she was on the compound, she succumbed before being attended to by a medical officer.
There were reports that Vivian Ramnareis might have been able to identify Nash. She might have stopped seeing him and recognized With her death now, does that dramatically affect the case, or do you know if police was maybe able to get a video statement from her prior to this?
Well, Courtney, that would be like we're trying to do a trial here during an interview. Whatever evidence the police have gathered, I am certain that will come out in the trial. So I would just like to leave the questioning until that day in court for him.
Today, ASP Fitzroy Earwood, Communications Director, Belize Police Department. Earwood also commented on reports that officers close to Na, some of high rank, are visiting the homes of those living in the area where the shooting took place to look at their surveillance videos and to find out what they know about the shooting. A video circulating on social media alludes to the allegations.
I cannot confirm whether or not that is happening, but I am certain that our investigators did their job with due diligence. So when your relative is in trouble, you will do anything to try to disprove the laws or investigators. So if that person is out there tampering with witness, and these witnesses report it to the police, then we know exactly how to deal with those persons. But if you sit in silence and don't report it to the police, then we wouldn't have knowledge of what you're going through. But I want to take this opportunity to invite these persons, whether you're being interviewed or asked for your video footages or so forth, to call us and notify us so that we can put a stop to these persons. We don't want anyone to interfere with the wheels of justice. And we at the department owe the victims of these crimes the responsibility of bringing those responsible to justice for them on their behalf.
And while police prepare to levy another murder charge on Na, Vivian's family is preparing to lay her to rest. Today, her cousin, Pastor Dion Pascasio, told our colleagues at Plus TV how the family is dealing with the situation at the moment.
Vivian and John had traveled many places and have a strong support even internationally, and so we've been receiving a lot of calls, a lot of well wishes, and it has the outpouring of support has been tremendous, and so that has really helped us to cope, and especially the fact that we know our faith, our hope, our trust is in God, and that He is looking out for us and He is keeping us and He will strengthen us and bring us through this time.
Even though Vivian received gunshots in the neck area and abdomen, she never gave up, not even when she met face-to-face with her shooter.
Throughout this entire ordeal, Vivian never lost her faculties. Vivian was very, very on top of things. I mean, even the very night of the incident, when, everything she did while she suffered all the shots and everything, she was doing everything to protect her child. And in addition to that, she said she actually told her mom that she felt like passing out at one moment before help got there. But she thought about her child and she fought. She fought to the point where she was able to get up. You understand? So she really fought this thing through, and throughout the whole, from then on, where she did not have any kind of mental lapse. She knew everything. She was on top of things, mentally, and so, that there's no question there that she knew everything, and she was conscious about everything, and she remembered everything, and she never lost that part of it. On the emotional side, though, as you would expect, anybody who suffers any kind of trauma like that would have some challenges emotionally, and so emotionally, there was fear. There was some fear there because of of all that she had been through. But in spite of the fear was a fear of being harmed or family members being harmed as a result of. But it was not a fear that, say, would cause her to to be thinking outside of normal what is happening. She always remained focused on everything that was going on and was conscious about everything.
According to Pascasio, the family is being kept abreast of the investigation and hope that justice prevails.
We are kind of disappointed from the standpoint to find out that it is a police officer who has been charged for this heinous crime. So from our standpoint, we're okay with the communication and everything thus far, but of course, there are questions in the back of our minds, which is normal, especially when we look at all that's been surfacing, that this particular individual, the alleged perpetrator, has been charged and has been involved in several different incidents and crimes and have been able to walk away from every single one of them for whatever reason. And so that gives us some cause for concern. But I also want to say here, while I say that, Pastor Wade, while we have our questions about the system, where the police is concerned, we know that there are some very good and upstanding police officers in the force. So in no way, shape, or form would we throw the entire force under the bus. But we do have our concerns, and we are hoping and praying, that they will be objective and will go about it the right way.
However, the family believes that an independent investigation would bear more fruits.
We, like many families who find themselves in this situation, would want to rally for something like that, because if it's involving those from within the department, then it is something that you'd want some independent international investigator to be investigating, so that we'll be able to get more objectivity, and both sides will be able to feel some comfort in knowing that proper due diligence was done.
Pascasio told the media today that while Vivian was able to give a testimony to the police, she died without discovering a motive for the shooting. Reports were made by two elderly siblings, 80-year-old Candido Martinez and his brother, 75-year-old Sergio Perez, that on October 14, 2022, a group of men, which included two police officers, had entered their home and robbed them of $250,000 in cash. Martinez and Perez, both farmers from the Maya Mopan area of Belmopan, said they were resting at their home at around 7:30 p.m. after a hard day of work when a group of men, which included a relative of theirs, two police officers, and another individual, forcibly entered their home and demanded money. Martinez said that the men tied him and Perez up and threatened to kill them. Fearing for the lives of both himself and his brother, Martinez said he directed the men to a duffel bag containing $250,000 that he had stashed in his room, money which he said he would have used to purchase a piece of land. Martinez said that the men, after taking the money, threatened to kill them if they told anyone what had transpired, and thereafter the siblings fled to safety in El Salvador. However, after some time had passed, they returned to Belize and they reported the incident to the police. Tonight, that report is still being investigated by cops.
I know that the Professional Standards Branch have launched an investigation into that allegation, and I want to advise the public that in the event these allegations are found to be untrue or of mischief, these persons that made those allegations against the police officers will face criminal charges, because a lot of people make allegations against officers for various reasons, sometimes only out of spite. But we at the police department have to take each report seriously, and we have our investigators do their part. And when these officers are found guilty, I am certain that you here and the general public hear that we charge our officers on a daily basis. And the Commissioner of Police has a zero tolerance policy when it comes to police allegations made against the police, and if these police officers are guilty of the crimes that they are alleged to be committing. And if we charge them when they are found guilty of it, then we must charge you also when you make a false report against our officers.
At this point, is the investigation leading to say that that allegation was indeed false?
Well, like I said, I haven't received a formal report from the Professional Standards Branch, but after 2 weeks of investigation, it would want to suggest that these things cannot be proven. That was alleged, no?
During his report to police, Martinez told cops he never saw the need to deposit the money in the bank because he felt it would have been safe to keep it at his home. He also stated that prior to the incident, he had attempted to purchase a piece of land with the assistance of one of the suspects, who is reportedly a relative of his, but relations between them soured when he found out that the suspect had placed his own name on the documents. Belize's unemployment rate stood at 5% as of mid-October 2022, according to the most recent data issued by the Statistical Institute of Belize. The percentage represents some 9,644 Belizeans who are unemployed but actively seeking employment. The SIB explained that the figure was arrived at after taking the population estimate for 2022, which stood at 444,802, and separating it into those of working age, 14 years and above, 326,503, and the under 14 category, which stood at 117,848. From the working population, the SIB calculated those within the labor force, either working or seeking employment, which was 191,728, or 58.7% of the working age population, and those outside the labor force, not interested in or not seeking employment, 134,775, or 41.3% of the working population. Apart from the 9,644 Belizeans who were unemployed, 12,233, 6.7% of the working population, were underemployed, works less than 34 hours per week. There were 182,084 people who were working either as an employee or were self-employed. An unemployment rate of 5% marks notable strides on Belize's part in economic activity post-pandemic, as unemployment in 2021 stood at 9.2% in 2021 and 13.7% in 2020. Belize's export revenues were up for the majority of 2022 but suffered major losses in November, according to the Statistical Institute of Belize, SIB. The SIB's latest external trade bulletin showed from January to November 2022, exports totaled $458.8 million, which was 14.7% increase, $58.7 million over the same 11-month period in 2021. Notwithstanding a slight drop in the quantities of sugar exported during the first 11 months of the year, revenues went up by $24.6 million from $133.5 million in 2021 to $158.1 million in 2022, as this commodity garnered higher prices on the world market, the SIB said. Revenues from animal feed went up by $19 million from $27.6 million to $46.6 million, while marine products rose by almost $3.5 million, from $46.3 million to $49.7 million. Revenues from crude petroleum also increased during the 11-month period, from $1.2 million in 2021 to $3.3 million in 2022. The banana industry, which has been plagued by disease and disaster, saw its revenues for the 11-month period fall by more than $8 million, from $83.5 million to $75.5 million, due to disease and rising production cost. The SIB also said that revenues from citrus products dropped albeit by a smaller $1.2 million from $35.9 million in 2021 to $34.7 million in 2022, owing largely to decreased exports of orange concentrate. In November 2022, export revenue amounted to $22.3 million, a notable 33.1% drop, $11.1 million, when compared to exports for November 2021, which were valued at $33.4 million. Almost all of the country's major exports recorded decrease during the period, the SIB said. Notably, Belize was hit by Hurricane Lisa, a Category 1 storm that caused considerable damage in several areas on November 2nd, 2022. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, January 18th here on Ctv3 and Face FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.